Alan invites Big Bird into Hooper's store to watch the Worm Cup games on his TV set. The audience there consists of a few kids and several worms with their own miniature tables and picnic stuff. The worm audience is split into two groups, one from France and one from the United States. Alan explains to Big Bird that the objective of the Worm Cup game is to kick a ball into a cup. The most times, worms from all over the world have been competing for the cup, including Slimey. Alan turns on the TV, and the event is hosted by Lotta Chatter for the WC Worm Cable, and the two finalists are Slimey representing the United States and Squirmidine representing France, hence the French worm audience. Their respective grouch coaches Oscar and Monsieur de Poibel are also standing by. Before the game begins, Chatter explains how the game is played and presents a flashback reel of the past rounds throughout the week. The Worm Cup had started with 6 worms, with 4 of the worms having to leave due to some kind of situation, such as landing in the cup themselves, getting tangled together, or slipping on a banana peel someone had thrown onto the field. At Hooper's, Big Bird feels uneasy when he notices that the 2 worm groups are rooting for one worm contestant each. Alan reassures him that he can root for whatever worm he wants, so he feels comfortable cheering for Slimey. The game is on! Squirmidine is up for the first kick, which Slimey will try to block. Slimey fails to keep the ball from going into the cup, which means 1 point for Squirmidine. Slimey is about to take his turn when Squirmidine taunts Slimey by saying, "Nya, nya, 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 nya," and laughing in his face. Slimey storms off the field and talks to his coach, Oscar, who calls a timeout. Squirmidine's coach denies Oscar's accusation, but the teasing was caught on tape and is shown in an instant replay. The referee lets Squirmidine off with a warning, and Oscar tells Slimey to do his personal worm best. It is Slimey's turn, and he kicks the ball. It goes directly into the cup, which means he and Squirmidine are tied. Squirmidine gets his turn again, and Slimey blocks the ball from going into the cup. Alan feels sympathetic towards the disappointed French worms. Tough break, guys. It's Slimey's turn again. He uses his scrunch kick to launch the ball, and it lands in the cup. Slimey has won the Worm Cup! Or has he? The instant replay shows the ball bouncing back out of the cup. A first in Worm Cup history! By now, Alan and Big Bird are caught up in the game and shouting at the TV. Slimey feels really sad about coming within a ball's kick of winning this year's cup. To make matters worse, Squirmidine continues to taunt Slimey. So Slimey gets so angry, he calls over to Squirmidine and uses physical assault on him. Slimey's fans are astonished. This doesn't sound like the worm they know. Slimey's pushing is shown again in an instant replay, and the referee kicks Slimey out of the game, making Squirmidine the winner by default. Oscar talks to Slimey about what he did. He explains that no matter how angry he should get, it's better to use your words than to use physical assault. This is the Worm Cup, not the Grouch Cup, he adds. In a bold move of sports wormship, the rivals apologize to each other and hug. Alan wishes he could see this historic event up close, and Big Bird points out that they can. The event is taking place only a stone's throw away from Oscar's trash can. They go to the window and wave to the worms who agree to share the cup. Lotta Chatter plugs an upcoming report on global warming before signing off as the Grouch coaches bid au revoir.